News, Guehi's official.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Sunday Summary. I'm your host, Kyle. With me, as always, is Steve. A lot to discuss as the transfer window comes to a close. We got Marc Guehi news developing, Joe Gomez news developing. Is Isak going to happen? We got Arsenal today. We got a lot to talk about, Steve. Number one thing is, how are you doing? You turned me on again to the large cold brews from Dunkin', dude. I had to go get it today.
Yeah, I'm not a cold brew guy anymore. Sometimes I make cold brew. We could do a coffee show if you want. We could
We
just do
totally
an
should.
entire coffee show.
Hold on, I got to
Um,
make sure I made this stream public, dude. Hold on. I may have accidentally made it private.
hmm.
I don't think I did, but let's just make sure. Anyways, keep going.
um, what was I saying?
Talking about cold
Oh
brew.
yeah, I'm on the dunks as well. Look at this. Look at this.
I'm looking, hold on. Oh, wow, double
I'm
fisting?
not playing games. I'm not playing games
Clearly.
today. There's a big match on today. The boys are, God, it's a must win. It's always a must win.
Every week it's a must win, dude. We could be playing freaking Trabs and Spore. It's a must win.
Yep. How about actually I don't even know if it's worth going down this rabbit hole, but Man United losing to Grimby or
I think it's worth it.
whatever.
I think it's definitely
It,
worth it.
it's just sad. Even the goalkeeper for Grimsby was like, he's a Man United fan, so
Yeah,
he's
he
like
goes, I'm
half
half hurting.
excited. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Look, we always save that kind of trash talk for the end of the show. So let's do that. But to jump into it, right? The biggest thing that we've been hanging on for like 4 weeks now is the Alexander Isak saga. It's been longer than that, but look, what are we down to? 24 hours or less in the transfer window here, and this is what we have going on. You have Alexander Isak, who has stated he's not playing for Newcastle again, or even if he hasn't, he has made that abundantly clear through his actions. You have Liverpool, who have bid and had the bid rejected and said they're not going to go any higher than X amount, right? I don't know the exact amount with the conversion in the currency, but let's just say 130, right? One, there has to be a second bid for Isak. And two, I don't know if there's enough time. And if that's the case, if we don't get the Isak deal over the line before the end of the transfer window, I think there is a virtually 0% chance that we get Isak at all. And I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear everyone in the chat's thoughts. I really want to discuss this because I don't think there's a world where if we don't get this deal done in this window, we get Isak.
Yeah, I think the unfortunate part about not getting him right now is we'll be able to figure out if we actually ever needed him throughout the course of the year. And let's just say we go on and win multiple trophies this year or whatever. Maybe we decide that we don't need him and we don't want him anymore. And the relationship with Newcastle is just like kind of sketchy and weird. And yeah, there's a very strong likelihood that if it doesn't happen, it's now or never. However, I mean, I just don't really know. I think I'm glad that the window's coming to a close because it's like, hey, either get it done or like let's just get on with the year. Because all of the transfer news, it drives me nuts. Um, I think we'll see Guehi come in today.
Today.
Oh, today,
Today. Okay.
official today. Actually, ESPN put out something yesterday that Isak was done, a done deal.
So I don't trust ESPN. I don't listen to anything ESPN says anymore. I did see Fabrizio Romano on the Guehi deal. Okay. Said the Guehi deal simply just hinges on the fact that Crystal Palace want to let him go. Everything's agreed. Everything's good to go. But Crystal Palace have the choice to let him go or lose him on a free. So if they choose to keep him and deny him, obviously, to go, then we get him on a free. So the Guehi deal will happen regardless if we get him on a free or now. Isak's a little bit different.
Well, this is the other thing. Lyle says Newcastle are bringing in one more striker, which I also believe to be true, or they're at least trying. And Isak will be on his way. The problem with that is, Kyle, like you mentioned, the time. Do we have enough time? I think there's enough time. If sides are motivated to get a deal done, they'll get the deal done. Um, Guehi is coming because Gomez is heading to AC Milan. We're going to have to unpack this as well because
Yes.
while we do want another first choice caliber center back, especially with the uncertainty of Konate, I think we have to get Guehi. I don't want to see Gomez go. Gomez is great cover, and it leaves us still thin. We never really talk about it because we don't believe that Slot views Gomez as an out and out center back, right? Like whenever there's an issue at center back, it's like, oh, is he going to drop Gravenberch back there? Is it going to be Endo? Like, I always think it should be Gomez, but the problem that we have now is everybody's saying that we're thin at center back. If we bring in Guehi, great. Our center back group is better, especially with Leone.
But then you're going to let Gomez walk. Like, it makes no sense.
It doesn't make a ton of sense. You're right. But I do think that in their minds, these two new center back signings are better center backs than Joe Gomez. So maybe they think, oh, we're fine. We have more coverage because they have left back is sorted. Rabo's saying you bring in two new center backs. Now you have four. And then right back is fine. Frimpong, Bradley, Soboslai, whoever. Right. So I guess when you think about it like that, when you really break it down, it makes sense. We would have four top caliber center backs, assuming that this guy from Italy is what they say he is. But I don't want to see Gomez go because we're going to need Gomez. We're going to play a lot of matches this year. People are going to get injured, and Gomez can play three positions.
He can.
Center back, right back, left back. So,
and not to switch gears too abruptly, but I do want to touch more on the Isak news because I know that a lot of people here are just hinging. They're just drooling over that, which we are too. The Guehi thing is kind of an afterthought when you compare it to the Isak thing. So this is from Liverpool.com, and this might be what you were referring to, Steve. And this is the headline saying that the Isak transfer truth after Liverpool's done deal claims as deadline nears. Now, this is from yesterday, right? So apparently there was a deal. It was worth $175 million, which do the math for me, guys, in the chat. And the report surfaced on Saturday that said that Liverpool had struck a deal for that price. Okay. It was claimed by one journalist, and it doesn't cite the journalist, but it says on Saturday that Liverpool have struck a deal for $175 million, but that suggestion was quickly rubbished. That's what it says. Rubbished. Okay. Dominic King of the Daily Mail said that the two clubs are not even in talks at the moment. And again, Dominic King, not too in the know about that, but I did see, I think it was Ornstein that said it's probably unlikely at this point because of how late in the window it is and because of how Newcastle are being so stingy on the price. Even though they don't really have any negotiation power, they're still being very stingy on the price. But they signed that no-name striker that I don't even remember his name for $90 million.
Yeah, they spent way too much on that guy.
$90 million. And that's, again, points to the fact that they don't have any negotiating power right now because that guy's not worth $90 million. All right. But they needed someone. They needed to get someone in. Meanwhile, this article continues. Ben Jacobs said that his Liverpool sources maintained a deal had not been done and that if one were to be done ahead of the deadline, it would not be for a fee as high as $175 million. Craig Hope, also of the Daily Mail, bear with me, guys, said talks are yet to resume. Arne Slot was asked in the the pre-Arsenal press conference what the likelihood was of Liverpool signing more players. He responded, I think I said after Monday evening that, again, I could make a substitution that impacted the game. That's what Chiesa did against... Oh, this is a great diplomatic answer. As always, we try to sign players that can help us out, but there's no reason after the first two games to complain or to think we need more.
Yeah,
all right.
I mean, I think that's the right answer.
That is
what's
just
crazy about this other
great
guy?
answer.
I'm going to butcher his last name, Nick Woltemad or Volmad. He's German, so I don't know how to say that. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
The guy, his market value, according to Transfer Market,
don't tell me.
30 million.
Wow. 30 million.
30 million.
Quick break in that.
For
Quick
90.
break in that. I got to stop you because Liz Golden has been a channel member for 56 months. Liz, shout out to Liz. Let's give her a round of applause, guys. Absolutely. Thank you, Liz. Happy match day. Don't let Joey go. I couldn't agree more. I want Joe Gomez to stay. Like Steven said, he could play 3 positions. But yeah, thank you, Liz, for always supporting the channel, always donating, always keeping us afloat over here at Nothing But Reds, the OG. Sorry, Steve. Go ahead.
12 goals last year.
Who'd he play for?
In the Bundesliga.
He was not Frankfurt, Stuttgart, right?
Stuttgart, I think.
Yeah, I think it was Stuttgart.
I mean, he's played top flight a bit. 12 goals in 28 matches, 2 assists last year. It's pretty good. DFB Pokal, 5 matches, 5 goals. But with a market value of 30 million and you go for 3 times that.
Stuttgart? So this is obviously what happened, dude. I mean, Newcastle went in for a player that wasn't for sale.
Yeah.
He wasn't for sale. And Stuttgart said, look, either you pay us this much. And this isn't like a guy that was on the fringes of leaving and they had a little bit of negotiation power. This is Newcastle desperate for a striker coming in saying, we'll pay you whatever you want.
He's 6'6".
He's 6'6". Jesus.
I mean, there's definitely a place in the league for this type of player. But let me give you a little bit of a reference point. Hugo went for the same price, right? It was 90. Did he go for 90? Did we buy him for
something
90?
Let's
call it 90.
It's crazy.
His market value is 75 million.
That's right. So that makes sense.
Like, it's insane. Obviously, players are going to go for more than their market value, but 3x
is a lot.
It's desperation. So either they're willing to just let Isak not play and they got this guy as a replacement, or it's a good sign for us that they got him because now they have some coverage.
Well, I think that's what everyone, ourselves included, were thinking. When that signing was made, we're like, all right, the Isak deal is on, and everyone ran with it. Because that's what the reports were saying, that we're waiting for them to make a signing so that they have coverage. And then because they weren't going to let Isak leave unless they had coverage, right? We saw in the match last weekend, they put Anthony Gordon up there. And in the beginning of the game, they actually looked pretty dangerous. However, I think this is just a weird situation, man, because you have Isak who's like, I'm not playing for you guys again. So Newcastle have the motivation, like, look, we have to sell him. Like, what are we going to do? Just pay this guy's wages for the next 6 months? But Liverpool are sitting back like, we're not going to pay. We have no reason to sign him. We want him, but I don't know. Liverpool should not feel guilty. Like, oh, this guy's waiting for us to come in and make this deal happen. If the price is more than what Liverpool are willing to pay, I'm actually in the boat of it would be a power move not to submit a bid higher than we think he's worth. If we think his value is X amount and Newcastle didn't take it, see you later. Kick rocks.
It's gotten to the point now where this first striker, and then they need one more, apparently, according to Romano. They want one more striker before they potentially open doors, is what it sounds like.
So what do you got? 16 hours? You got 16 hours to get it done or something.
Let's see.
It's 8 o'clock here. They might have less. They might have 12.
Monday, September 1st, 6 p.m. Eastern. So no, there's more.
Oh, okay. Never mind. There's more.
There's like, we'll call it 10. There's 34 hours left.
Okay. There's a report from ESPN. I know I don't like ESPN, but Dovbyk. Wait, Dovbyk. Who's Dovbyk? It says Dovbyk to Newcastle as Isak joins Liverpool. Oh, he's an AS Roma striker. I've never heard of Artem Dovbyk. Maybe I should pay more attention to Serie A. Guess who's discussing it, though? Guess who's reporting it? The Sun. Trash. Absolute trash.
Yeah, it's dog shit.
He's known as the German Messi. Sure he is. Sure he is, guys. Never heard of him. I saw I saw a FIFA card or a EA Sports card or whatever. He's 69 overall, apparently.
I mean, he's
Look, I don't
probably
know.
good. Yeah,
Maybe
it's okay. It's okay that we don't know. Not everybody's gonna know about this guy, but German Messi,
what are we doing?
6'6".
I
That
mean,
doesn't make any sense.
Ungamoa is probably a better player. Let's be honest. Guy's legit, by the way. Not to go off track, but that guy is legit.
Should be interesting to see if he gets on today.
Bro, all right, so we haven't talked. We didn't go on last week. That's right. So real quick, I just want to point at the fact that one, I think you had said it in one of our group chats, but for Soboslai to have the awareness to let that ball roll through, but then for Ungamoa to like recognize that, no hesitation, full of confidence, side netting, or not side netting, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, pretty much side netting. It was just so clean. It was
So clean.
It's just it's just a once in a lifetime type thing.
I mean, he didn't second guess anything. I mean, that's just instinct. And that at 16,
Yeah, I think he may have just turned. Yeah, he just turned 17.
that's
Signed his first contract. I think
wild.
it's like 1,000 a week.
It's just crazy. 1,000 a week. What a guy.
I know.
So look, I'm going to go back to Twitter because I know when I woke up this morning, Fabrizio Romano was tweeting like a maniac, and he will be for the next like 36 hours. He's going to be going crazy. But there was no. Okay, and this is Ornstein 1 minute ago to on NBC. No agreement for Isak yet. Liverpool waiting for Newcastle to approach them. Expectation: Marc Guehi will play for Palace today. So what are we doing? 9 times out of 10, if a player is in, like a deal is about to be done for a player, you sit them, correct? They don't play that day because you don't risk them getting injured and then the deal falling through. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. But let's see.
That's Ornstein. Oh, dude, Ornstein or Fabrizio Romano, he's starting to do the AI generated oh boy. The picture announcements. He used to have it like photoshopped, but now he's going AI with it and it doesn't look good. It looks like someone painted it. I don't like it.
1 hour ago, Liverpool will only allow Gomez to leave if Crystal Palace.
Yeah, so the deal hinges on that, which I like, but I also don't want him to go, period. Oh God, what else we got? So there's a bunch of stuff on VAR today. Now this is David O'Connell. Talks will continue today between Liverpool and Newcastle as they look to reach an agreement on Isak to Liverpool. Newcastle have been fully aware that Liverpool want this deal all summer. It's unbelievable that some people think that Liverpool will make 110 million. Oh, wow. This is a long tweet. The level of detail in a transfer of this magnitude is absolutely immense. Legal frameworks, third-party negotiations, all the subsidiary insurance contracts. Of course, there have been dialogue between the clubs throughout the summer, despite reports. On the day that Liverpool made their first offer, we saw sweeping reports. I lost my place. That Liverpool would not return to make a new offer. Dude, he's pissed. Dave O'Connell's pissed. This tweet sounds like, oh, this is great. This is good content. Hold on, let me keep reading this. He says, do people really think that Liverpool would court a player all summer and Isak would essentially go on strike without knowing Liverpool would return? It's a great point. Newcastle will have needed ample time to study the new proposal. As I stated all summer, the second offer will not just randomly arrive to Newcastle on the last day of the transfer window. Many of the reports we have been reading have been merely to give breathing space to Newcastle. They still hope to sign one more player. It makes total sense to give Newcastle all the time to sign an additional player without the selling club knowing they have just received 120 million plus. Yo, O'Connell just went off. Are you guys seeing
When
this?
was this?
This is 15 minutes ago.
Wow.
Wow. He's sitting there like, I'm tired of people speculating. I'm going off. I love that. And then he has a second thread on the same post on Guehi. On Guehi, we saw reports the past few weeks Liverpool have yet to approach Crystal Palace. Quotes, no direct contact between clubs, end quote. Then the reliable Paul Joyce revealed that Liverpool made their first offer a couple of weeks ago for Guehi. It's time to get real, guys. People think, oh my God, people think clubs have no contact until the day the bid becomes public. Come on, guys.
This is
This is
O'Connell?
David O'Connell.
He's pissed. He woke up on the
He's
wrong side of the bed.
pissed. I love that because I'm a big O'Connell fan. I like him.
In other news, Aylor says, well, who not knowing about Voltmade for you is like us saying Tom Brady is who? I don't know what
No
that
chance.
means.
That is the wildest take.
We're talking about someone who many would argue is the greatest athlete of all time. Definitely the greatest NFL
He's the
player.
greatest quarterback of all time, no question.
No question. The guy played for 21 years. This other guy, I may have come across him before, but his
He's
name's
trolling.
not really. Yeah,
He's
his
got
name's
it.
not really ringing a bell. Hey, Lord, this isn't your brightest moment, but we love you.
He's got
Thank
me
you
in
for
a
the input.
headlock right now, dude. He's got me in a chokehold with this take. Oh my
Tom
God.
Brady and Nick Voltamad.
Apparently
What a comparison.
apparently the German Messi and the German Tom Brady, Steve.
Yeah. They're on the same. You didn't know? They have
I
the
guess
same
not.
planets.
I guess so. Oh
Global
my
superstars.
gosh. I'm just locked in on this O'Connell thing. Wow.
I see Giovanni Alexi says, I see Giovanni Leone isn't really mentioned. I don't see a signing Guehi. I think we are okay with DVD Canate Gomez and Leone. Well, if Gomez is going to go and Slot doesn't view him as a first choice center back, which I think is clear to all of us that he doesn't, I think the Guehi deal makes sense.
I think
I would be curious to see like how much he plays though if he comes.
so. He's 18. Dude's gonna play in the EFL Cup. That's it.
No,
Maybe
I'm talking about
Guehi?
Leone's already done. I'm talking about Guehi. Is
Oh,
he gonna play
oh.
over Kanate? Like Kanate hasn't been great the last couple of weeks, but we still know he's Kanate.
Yeah, Kanate just seems like his focus is off. I mean, his skill is still there. His focus is off. His focus is somewhere else. I will say though, since he's been playing like crap, have you seen a single Real Madrid report? Nothing. Second he
Yeah.
starts playing like crap. It's kind of funny. But to this comment, I think we are okay with Van Dijk, Kanate, Gomez, and Leone. That's why the deal for Guehi, or excuse me, the Gomez deal to Milan hinges on Guehi because we're fine with what we have. But if we're able to get Guehi, sure, Gomez, go ahead. Go to Milan. I think Gomez, though. Oh, okay. I'm just sorry. I got Twitter up in one hand and the chat up in the other. I'm just following the updates here. With Guehi playing today, though, Steve, I don't know, man. We might end up getting him on a free and just be happy with Gomez for the season, or start negotiating for him in January. I don't know. But Isak, I was in a thread earlier, and a lot of people said they feel like there's zero chance. But then I read that David O'Connell article, and isn't it wild how just reading one thing can shift your viewpoint on something or your opinion? I read that article and I think to myself, well, he's right. Maybe a lot of teams just wait to the end of the window for whatever reason to get a deal done, but everything he said makes sense. It gives the other club ample time to find a player, to review the contract. It makes sense. Maybe this deal gets done at the last hour.
The Isak deal?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're both going to get done.
It's just weird.
I think there's been a lot of time invested into these. Not so much Guehi. I think that's a little bit more cut and dry, but I think there's been a lot of time invested into the Isak deal. And it's really just like Newcastle, get your ducks in a row and get who you need to get. You have the money, just do it.
Well, clearly they have the money if you're paying 3x for the German Messi.
Is Anthony Gordon suspended for 3 matches?
That's the red card rule, isn't it?
Is it 3? 3-match ban. Okay. So
now
the
they're
other
really
thing to
struggling.
consider here is yeah, this is the other thing.
Yeah.
Newcastle are a good squad that can fight potentially for top 4, fight for European spots. So every match in the league matters. Without Gordon for 3 matches and Isak not playing, they actually do need bodies right now. Like for the next month, they need reinforcements on the attacking front. So they need to bring somebody in so we can get this Isak deal over the line. Yesterday.
I mean, you bring in Alanga, good signing, not a needle mover though. Anthony Gordon's out. They signed, I don't even know how to pronounce it. I've heard it a bunch of different ways, but Tia or whatever. They signed Jacob Ramsey, but he's a midfielder. Sula looked pretty solid when he came on. Yeah, bro, they don't really have. I'm looking.
Their best 2 players are Gordon and Isak, probably. In my opinion, those are probably their best 2 players. And
yeah, they're short
they're
on
without
attackers.
both of them. Well, Isak will consider they're without him forever. Though I do think if he stays there, he'll find a way back into the squad somehow.
They're very
but
short
without
on
Gordon for a month. I mean, the break's coming up. Isn't there a break coming up too?
Yep.
Like they need to get somebody in because they need somebody, but also because Gordon's out and Isak's out. And I don't think people are thinking about that. We see, reports that they need another striker. It's like every single point is so important to them because they're going to be battling all year.
Yep.
They can't afford to put out a team that doesn't have their best 2 players for the next 3 matches because they could easily, the season could be over before you know it for them. You lose a couple matches, you're at the bottom half of the table. Like chances of getting back up, at least the way I think the league is going to go this year, that may seem really dramatic, but we'll be like 6 or 7 games in by the time Anthony Gordon comes back with no Isak. It's tough. It's really tough. Like they need points badly.
They do. And we talked 2 weeks ago about how they don't have as much pull as you thought they would have. I mean, Isak was probably their best signing. And now that he's 1 foot out the door, they need to pull some strings and get some players in.
They have Wolves coming up.
Yeah.
They don't have any wins. They have 0 wins, 2 draws, and a loss. They must have drawn yesterday. I don't know who they played. I think they played yesterday. Whatever. They got Wolves, Barcelona, Newcastle,
Damn.
Arsenal. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. It's a rough lineup there.
Bournemouth and then Arsenal, I meant.
Bournemouth looked pretty solid, by the way. Just want to throw that in there. They looked pretty. Against Tottenham, they looked really, really solid. And on that topic, let's shift gears, man. Let's chat about the Premier League and the match coming up today. Big match against Arsenal. 3rd match of the Premier League season at Anfield. The trophy will be on display, apparently. It's just such a power move not to do it against Bournemouth and wait until Arsenal. I love that.
It's beautiful.
Arsenal, if I can pull up the table, because it's been a while since we talked about the table, guys. Arsenal in 2nd, right? Wait, no, that makes no sense. Why do they?
No, they are.
It's showing
Alphabetical
Liverpool.
order.
Oh, that's goal for, dude.
It's goal differential.
No. So previously, they must have just updated the Premier League app. So before, the points were the last column, and it was showing points as Liverpool having 7 and Arsenal having 6, but that's not points, that's goals for. So you're right. Arsenal in 2nd with 6, Spurs in third with 6 after their loss yesterday. Everton in 5th. How about that? Steve, do you want me to say it or you to say it?
You can say it.
It's a must-win.
It's an absolute must-win.
Today is a must-win.
It's a statement game, and Saka's hurt. Is McAllister back?
Yeah, he didn't he feature against Newcastle? He came on late. Thought he got subbed on.
I don't think so, dude.
Am I making that up? Dermot, what's up, man?
I don't know.
I might be making that up. Let's say I'm making that up, hypothetically.
I need to see him in there today. Him and McAllister and Szoboszlai. Like, give us what we want.
Szoboszlai at right back was actually pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. But
Bradley.
I'm thinking Bradley. Bradley featured. He came on later in the game. So Frimpong's out with a hamstring, right?
Something like that. Yeah, I think we're going to see Alexis McAllister, Gravenberch, and Florian Wirtz in the midfield.
Say that again. Say it again.
McAllister, Gravenberch, Wirtz.
So McAllister's good? I got to check the team news.
Yeah, I think he's back. Him and Bradley should be okay. Guys, let us know in the chat. Are we good with Bradley and McAllister today? It's been tough for me to keep up with all of like the current injuries for our current players that aren't on the transfer block because all this other news is coming in, and I'm just like, normally I will scroll through social media or Google or whatever and get updates on who's fit, who's got a knock, who doesn't. It's just flooded with transfer news. All that stuff's getting buried as you guys are all dealing with. So I'm just like kind of out of the loop, but I think Bradley and McAllister could return today.
Okay. And I didn't prep in terms of injury. So let's say, because it was Gravenberch and Jones. So Frimpong's the only one out. All right, Lyle, I trust you. So yeah, it's Gravenberch, it's McAllister. Ooh. But then Wirtz over Szoboszlai.
Yeah. I mean, Szoboszlai put in a shift last week. He can get a little rest he'll come on.
So this is what might happen too. Wirtz is starting regardless because Wirtz needs to have a game. I don't know if you've seen the stats. The eye test, he does pass the eye test. You can see it. You can see he's a step slow. He's not used to the speed, the physicality, but you can see the skill. But he needs to have a game. He needs to have a game where he's not giving the ball away. He needs an assist. He needs to get involved. And it needs to happen soon because his last 2 games statistically have been really bad. So Wirtz needs to start. He needs to play his way into form. McAllister, there's a good point from Halor. Maybe he doesn't start. Maybe you're looking at Szoboszlai and Gravenberch.
And I don't think that's control. I don't think there's enough control there in the midfield without McAllister. I think you'd see Jones.
So Jones over Szoboszlai then?
I don't think Szoboszlai is like a possession.
He's not.
Secure and like lock down the midfield type player, obviously. I think he has a role to do a million different things. I just don't know if he's needed necessarily today. Because we're going up against a top side. Now, I'm not the manager, so who knows? But I would pick Jones over Szoboszlai if McAllister's not starting. I think Gravenberch is nailed on. He's got to be in there. God, I love him.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites right now.
He's so good. He's just really good.
He's so good. Jones impressed me a lot against Newcastle, man. And I'll keep saying this, but his ball retention, his ability to just hold on to the ball and either win a foul or find a pass, it's the best on the team. It's so good.
Yeah, he put in a professional shift last week that nobody talked about.
No one talks about it.
Because the game was just crazy, but his numbers were sick.
Yeah. I mean, he is just really good. And I really like Jones. Now, the question becomes too, because is Bradley fit enough to start at right back? Because if he's not, Szoboszlai plays again.
No, I think he is because he played last week and he's had a full week between then and now. Bradley.
But dude, I think Lyle, I agree with Lyle here. He just says, I want Dom out there. The work rate, the free kicks alone, free kicks aside, it's the work rate for me. I mean, you
Free
really,
kicks.
that's why I said free kicks aside. But
Is he talking about like free kicks from outside the box, like shots that Trent used to take? Because I feel like that could be Verts.
I don't know about any of that. I just think Soboslai has power, but I like Dom's work rate. I like having him out there. I liked him at right back. Now, if a pure right back is healthy, you're obviously going to play him. But if
Not
there's any,
always.
if there's any doubt in Slot's mind about Bradley's fitness, I think you should start Soboslai and not feel bad about it.
Or Gomez. But he's gone.
See ya.
Dude, I would rather start Joe Gomez over Soboslai at right back in this match.
Does that not tell you? And let us
Actually,
know
dude,
in the
I don't
chat.
know.
Does that hold on?
Soboslai was a beast last week.
He was, but does that not tell you that the fact that Gomez didn't start at right back, that maybe Slot's like, I don't rate Gomez.
But when he brings Gomez on, he's great. How do you think Soboslai's done this year so far?
Statistically, or just like my opinion?
Just like his ratings. Like, you think he's been good?
I don't know. Maybe he's around a 6.5.
I think he's been really good.
Me too. But I don't know if you're asking me to guess or my opinion.
Verts has a higher who scored rating in the Premier League than Soboslai does. So it just goes to show you that what Soboslai does is just not something you can quantify. And we've talked about this a lot. And somebody said he wants him in there for the work rate. You just mentioned that comment. I can't remember who it was. Lyle. Work rate, free kicks. We need Dom out there. Verts has thrown a wrench in what's going to happen in the midfield. And I feel like if everyone's fit, it's got to be Verts, obviously. McAllister, he's one of the best in the world. And Gravenberch is just otherworldly. Like, it's got to be those three, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll know in an hour.
The problem with Soboslai is, like you said, he's not a ball retention pivot guy. He's got to play forward. But I guess he could play right back. Apparently, that's like a new thing that I didn't know. So he's been playing right back in preseason and then covering for Frimpong and Bradley. But you don't bench Verts. I don't think you can. You're not benching Verts, okay? For Soboslai, regardless of how apparently Verts has been playing better. I don't know.
I think you could.
Not
wouldn't
today.
Feel great. It wouldn't feel great, but like Slot doesn't care about what we care about. Like, for example, I'm going to be completely honest. I want Verts to start because we paid a lot for him and I want to see him do something.
Me too.
But Slot wants to win the match. His job is to win the match. If he believes that Soboslai gives them a better chance in that attacking-ish midfield role on the right side there, then, like, I don't blame him. And I also wouldn't argue that he's not a better fit to play today.
Okay, here's my
to give us a better chance to win.
Okay, here's my argument. In what we've seen Soboslai do, comparing to Verts, okay? Verts is clearly being used as a link, as a facilitator. Okay? I mean, that's just clearly what he's being used as. His back is to goal, he's picking it up, and he's looking for Salah. He's looking for Gakpo. I mean, he's in and around the edge of the box trying to find little passes. That's what he's being used for. I don't think Soboslai offers anywhere near that technical ability that Florian Wirtz can offer in the attacking sense. At least I haven't seen it. Especially in this 4-2-3-1 system. If it's a 4-3-3 and you don't have like a pure 10, I think Soboslai can play in the midfield. Like, do you get what I'm getting at here?
I do. There's arguments for both sides.
I don't know. I haven't seen enough at all. I mean, I haven't seen enough from Wirtz either, to be honest with you. But I think the person who gives us the best chance to win the game is Wirtz.
To the potential for like magic and like a really strong performance, or like, I don't know, Wirtz, you could make that argument, but Soboslai, I think, just with his experience and his camaraderie and chemistry with the players,
I think you might be
is
right.
could potentially be a safer bet.
I actually,
When you don't know what's
yeah.
going to happen in this match. Is Arsenal going to come out and press like crazy? Are they going to have a high line? What are they going to do? How's it going to look? Are the emotions going to get the better of us? Like, we got swarmed and smothered against Newcastle last week. Is Arteta going to take a page out of that book and try to do the same thing? And I think Soboslai is a better fit to weather the storm until the game settles down after 15, 18 minutes. So it depends. But I will say, Saka's out. It doesn't look like Odegaard's fully fit. It looks like he traveled with the team. But they're already smoked with injuries at Arsenal. And I think Arteta would be kicking himself in the foot or shooting himself in the foot if he puts Odegaard out, not 100% fit, and he picks up like a more serious, longer-term injury. So their lineup could be pretty weak compared to what their strongest 11 is.
But that, I don't think you play to the lineup you think they're going to put out. You play to the system. You play to the quality of the team.
Right.
You know?
No, you're right. Yeah.
And honestly, now that we're talking about it, you might be right with Soboslai. And I think it's because of the experience. But I don't think Soboslai starts. If he does start, he starts next to Gravenberch. But then, like you mentioned, is there enough ball control in the midfield? Because Wirtz has been giving it up. Soboslai has been known to give it up too. Gravenberch can keep it, but you need, I think, I mean, is there a world where Jones starts, where it's
Yeah, there
Gravenberch,
is.
Jones, and then
McAllister.
where's
That's a
Jones?
safe midfield.
No, I know, but then so Wirtz isn't playing then.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. There's a lot.
There is a world. It's a rare world. I don't know, dude. I think here's the thing. You can bet that everybody knows Wirtz hasn't been living up to his full potential so far, and that's completely fine. But you can bet your ass all week in training, they've been working on that. First, when you get the ball, like maybe they're having other players come show like quicker or give him easier outlets so he can get in a rhythm. It's really tough to get in a rhythm. And he said this. Wirtz said this week. There's always players at your heel. Always.
Yep, he did.
It's very fast. It's very physical. He also said in the Bundesliga, they treated him like that, so he's used to that already. But the fact that he even came out and said that means that he's definitely feeling some of that. And it's true. You have no time. So all week, they've probably been working on that. You know, like when Wirtz gets the ball at the halfway line, maybe Salah's going to drop back a little bit and give him an outlet.
You got it.
They need to help him get in a rhythm and give him some easy passes. The things that Curtis Jones makes look effortless all the time, Wirtz isn't doing that right now. So I bet during this week, they've worked very heavily and spent a lot of time on helping him get into a rhythm.
For what it's worth, let me hit you with the last time we played Arsenal, the lineup. Okay. Soboslai, Jones, and Gravenberch played in the midfield. McAllister was subbed on. Elliott was subbed on. And then Jones was subbed on. Wait, hold on. Nunez came on for Jones. Okay. Jones started. Nunez came on for Jones. I think that's what it says. So, but we didn't have Wirtz. So that changes everything. So Wirtz starts. Oh my God. Gravenberch is definitely playing.
I think if McAllister's fit, because they have Rice and Zubamendi, you need two players that can defend to battle out with them in the middle. So it's got to be McAllister and Gravenberch. Right. Who's the third midfielder? It's usually Odegaard, I think, right?
So
now today it'll be Eze probably.
Do you start Eze? That's risky.
I think they. What choice do they have?
Well, all right. So you got Zubamendi, you got Rice, and then God, yeah. Who else do they have? If Odegaard's maybe.
Let's see some predicted lineups here, and then we can do some score predictions. I don't think we've done that.
We haven't. Omar, while Steve's looking that up, look, I know what you're saying, and I do agree with you. Sobo is undroppable right now. Vert should be benched. I agree with the first part. I don't fully agree with Vert should be benched. He's not playing well. But like Steve said, I think we need to give him the resources to play well, whether that's a little bit of an outlet pass, right? More support, anything at all that we can give Vert so he can be at his best. I think we'll reap the benefits of that. We might have to modify our play style a little bit, but if Verts can just turn and have a little bit of time and space to make a decision, I think we're going to see some
He's going
pretty
to make really good decisions.
really good decision, but he needs time. I think he's adjusting to the time. So,
okay.
what we got?
This is a predicted lineup from NBC Sports from just a few minutes ago. Odegaard, Zubamendi, Rice across the midfield.
I think he's going to start Odegaard. I do.
I don't think he is.
Aylor says Kanate's playing as a donkey at the moment.
Also true.
Bro, he is. He's playing pretty bad.
I think he'll be all right.
He's still our best option, you know? Omar says Sobo has taken a year to settle in. Here's the thing with Soboslai, guys. He's not necessarily producing what I thought he was going to produce. Every midfielder we buy, I'm like, oh, that guy's going to give us 10 and 10. Soboslai is just not. You look at his stats when he was at Leipzig or even Hungary, like we were talking about 2 weeks ago. He produces, he scores, he assists. He's just not that guy with us. And maybe it's the league, the physicality of it. But what he does offer you is the work rate. He offers you the pressing. And he does offer us a threat, a speed threat. I think there's an argument to be made today that Soboslai, Gravenberch, and Wirtz are your starting midfield. I really do. I really think that. Or at least Jones. I just don't know if McAllister's fit enough to start.
Yeah, I don't know either. It seems like he is, though, dude.
I don't know.
There's just been so much talk about all these other players. We can't forget what McAllister is. He's unbelievable.
He is.
He's so good.
Look, if he's healthy, it's Gravenberch, McAllister. I know, but it's a matter of fitness for me.
Yeah.
It's a matter of fitness. And I'll do my starting 11. So, all right, you got Ali in goal. All right, you got Ali in goal. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say Soboslai at right back because you need him on the field. You need him on the pitch. Soboslai at right back. Konate, Van Dijk, Kirkesh, Jones and Gravenberch and Wirtz. Jones, Gravenberch, Wirtz, and then Gakpo, Ekitike, Salah. That's it. That's how it's going to start. I mean, it's the same exact lineup as last week.
The more that I think about it, I think we could see Soboslai right back.
I know. It's because it does two things. It takes away the stress of, do I start McAllister in the midfield or Soboslai? You get to keep Soboslai on the pitch. So you get all the benefits of having Soboslai on the pitch, and then you can start Jones, who gives you the ball retention factor in midfield, and then you can sub on McAllister later without having to take Soboslai off.
I think I agree with your lineup, except it's McAllister over Jones for me. So, Ali, Kirkesh, Konate, Van Dijk, Soboslai across the back line, Gravenberch, McAllister, Wirtz across the middle, Gakpo, Salah, Hugo. That's what I'm going with.
It's such a good lineup.
All right, score predictions. God. 2-1 to us.
We've been giving up a lot of goals.
Way too many goals.
Their defense is great. I'm going to go 1-1. I think it's a draw. 1-1.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
I
I mean, I
mean,
hate a draw, but I
I hate a
don't think
draw,
it's a
but
solid prediction.
you got to be realistic, man. The way we're giving up goals, the way we handled that press against Newcastle, if Arsenal press us even a little bit, I think we're going to stress a little. We're going to give up a goal. We are. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, I don't think they're going to press like that, though, because they don't have the bodies. They're going to have to plug in some parts that don't have chemistry with the team, whether it's as a Madueke, like those guys, the chemistry's not there yet.
and they don't have the Newcastle crowd, the energy in that stadium was really allowing them to press with that amount of energy. I mean, the first 15 minutes of that game was all crowd. You know what I mean? So, and Arsenal aren't going to have that.
Very true.
So 2-2 from Shayna. Shout out to Shayna. Omar, 3-2. That's all we got for score predictions. But yeah, 1-1. I think a draw would be an okay result. I don't like that it's a draw would be at Anfield. But David,
Arsenal's tough to beat. They're tough to beat. They play the top six really well. It's been like a very long time since they've lost to someone in the top six. I'm sure you guys have seen those stats and graphics.
we haven't beaten them in 7 matchups, I think, or winless in
But
the last 6 or 7 meetings.
Yeah, but it's today could be the day, man.
It's a must win.
Today. Think about the people we haven't discussed today that are going to come hungry. Salah.
Hugo's
Gakpo.
3 for 3, bro. Hugo is
Van
fuming
Dijk.
right now.
Like, these guys are ready. These guys are ready, and we're home. We're going to need that crowd is going to have to be bonkers today.
Hugo has been headbutting the goalposts since 2 a.m. Just dialing himself in.
He's real good.
I love him.
When Isak comes, if he comes, which I believe he will, I hope, what's going to happen?
We go with the Burnley 4-4-2, Steve.
Let's go.
We go the low block. Let's go. And just let Isak and Hugo cook.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Salah can like come up a couple times a match.
Like, yeah, why not?
All right, closing thoughts, Kyle. Must win, obviously. Guehi comes today. I think Isak is coming as well.
Today?
And yeah, between now and the end of the window. Today and tomorrow.
Okay, I was going to say, because Guehi's got to play.
Yeah, maybe not today, because it's like already 4 in the afternoon or whatever. And it's like
4 in the afternoon.
We play the match, and who knows? I think tomorrow. We'll call it tomorrow.
All right, we'll call it
They're
tomorrow.
both coming. I think Gomez is going to go. I think Elliott's going to go.
Elliott's got to go.
Which is going to hurt me to the core. And yeah, let's get a win, please. Please, I'm begging the boys to pull out a win. I hate Arsenal. We all hate Arsenal.
I hate Arsenal. I hate Arsenal. I really do hate Arsenal. Closing thoughts for me. I have a level of excitement with Florian Wirtz. I think I've said this a few times now that I haven't had in a while for a player. I think Szoboszlai I was excited for like this. Keita, obviously, we all know that. I am itching to see Florian Wirtz convert a chance, create a chance to become the player we paid for, which he already is, but he just needs to adjust. And what better time than against Arsenal at Anfield for you to earn your stripes? You know what I mean? This is just we talk about opportunity all the time. The difference between a good and great player, every player gets similar opportunities. A great player will take advantage of them. Good player will just let it pass by. This is your opportunity, Wirtz. Grab it. Give me a hat trick today. That's all I got. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Until next time, Reds. Take care.